With 3 games to go of the J-League season, Sanfrecce Hiroshima are 3 points off third place in the standings and qualification to the Asian Champions League. A win today against Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo is a must if they are to maintain hope of continental action next season. Welcome along to Sapporo Dome for a key game at the top of the table. Today's hosts have been the entertainers of the J-League for much of the campaign, while their flamboyant style of all-out attack while leaving the door wide open at the back has earned them many admirers. From a neutral perspective, it has brought little consistency or indeed any tangible reward. Consa have been a great watch this term. 13th though heading into this round of fixtures. Only the top 2 in the J-League have scored more, but as they have conceded the most goals in the division, it seems apparent that Mihailo Petrovic has failed to get the balance right. After a bright start to the footballing year, the Sapporo side have slumped in recent months, winning only 4 of their last 20 matches in all competitions. A 2-1 home win over Yokohama FC last time out snapped a run of 5 games without a victory, however, and as they look to build for next season, perhaps today's hosts will finish the term with a flourish. The focus, though, is very much on Sanfrecce. Viola know a win today will put real pressure on third place Urawa Reds. The gap between the 2 teams battling for third spot is just 3 points, and while the visitors today have an inferior goal difference, Maciej Skorca's team have perhaps a more taxing schedule with Champions League involvement and a tough game tomorrow against title-chasing Vissel Kobe. Mikel Skibber's team have won 4 of their last 6 fixtures and have suffered defeat only once in their last 9. It is a run that has seen them keep pace with the teams above them as they fight for a spot in the Champions League. Sapporo present a tantalizing clash of styles against Sanfrecce, with the exciting attack that dominated Consa's season before a spell of dormancy seemingly back. Petrovic's side have scored in 6 of their last 7 matches, registering 11 goals all told over that stretch, providing a dangerous opponent to the Viola and their increasingly stingy defence, one that has kept clean sheets in 4 of their last 7 matches. The clubs played out a battling 0-0 draw in their last J1 League meeting, a February fixture at Edion Stadium. Consadole have got the better of Sanfrecce of late, as they are unbeaten in their last 3 J1 League matches. Viola are looking for their first league win in games between the 2 clubs since September 2021. They could really do with one here, given their status in the standings and their ambition, of course, of trying to make the Champions League for next campaign. That is the aim, certainly, for Mikel Skibber's side. They have been good over the second half of the season. Consadole Sapporo have slipped in the standings, but still represent dangerous opposition. And I'm sure that the German coach of the visitors today knows very much how good Consadole Sapporo on their day can be. This is an intriguing clash as the 2 coaches shake hands ahead of this fixture. Plenty of respect between the 2. A lot of experience, of course, with the 2 coaches on show today. Let's check out the teams for you. Mihailo Petrovic names an unchanged side to the one that defeated Yokohama FC 2-1 last time out. It is the usual 3-4-2-1 formation, with Ryoto Aoki and Yuya Asano charged with supporting Yoshiaki Komai in attack. Asano plays against the side that he was signed from last winter. He's netted 11 goals for Consa this season, as many as he did in his 81-match league career with Sanfrecce. He, perhaps more than many, has got something to prove against the side that he faces today. Our referee is Junpai Aida. It's his 25th Consadole game today. They are without a win in their last 8 matches, with the 42-year-old official as the man in the middle. On VAR duty, Masuya Ueda. Boys in the booth, no doubt, will be called upon at some stage over the course of today. As for Sanfrecce Hiroshima, Douglas is suspended and misses out for the visitors. Marcos Jr. is not match fit, also doesn't make the squad. Piero Sotirio is on the bench, though. Taichi Yamasaki and Taaki Shiichi are recalled in 2 alterations to the team that won 2-1 away at FC Tokyo in their last fixture. Hayato Araki drops to the bench. Suki Kato will lead the line. Ezekiel and Mitsuta in behind, looking to supply the ammunition for the central striker. Just a little bit of pressure on Mikael Skibbe, potentially. He's done so well this season. He's got plenty of experience in world football. This man, though, has got an awful lot of experience, of course, in Japanese football. Over 700 games he's been in charge of. This is 17th year in the J-League. So a big game in the context of Sanfrecce Hiroshima's season today. Can Consadole Sapporo put a significant spanner in the works of the visitors' campaign? Viola have the better recent form, as we know, but anyone who's watched Consa this term will know just how capable and dangerous a team they are. Underway then for Consadole Sapporo versus Sanfrecce Hiroshima. An early opportunity here for the home side. It's just flicked away. Sana was lurking on this near side, and it's still not completely clear. This is Lucas Fernandez on the right-hand side, picked up by Ezekiel, doing some defensive work early on. They're a side that like to counter. They're not a side that score an awful lot of goals. 38 this season. Compare and contrast that to the 53 that Consadole Sapporo have netted, but they are much better defensively. They'll be hoping to keep the pressure on Urawa Reds, who play tomorrow in that crunch game against Vissel Kobe. Of course, they're gunning for their first ever J-League title. Sanfrecce will be hoping that the league leaders do them a favour as they look to try and draw level with Urawa in third place. And obviously a big win here, coupled with a significant defeat for their rivals for third place tomorrow, could see them jump into the top three. Have to win this one first, of course. Here is Ezekiel. Kato inside the penalty area, looking to turn and hopeful to play in Kawamura. It's cleared away, but Kawamura was just in an offside position. Managed to get the better of FC Tokyo by 2-1 away from home last time out. You can see the movement from Kawamura just a split second too soon. Kato, the central striker, just 4 goals so far this season, having signed from Cerezo Osaka in the summer, netted 3 for his previous club, so 7 all told this term. Prior to that 2-1 win over FC Tokyo, a 0-0 draw against Cerezo Osaka. That was the disappointing performance, really. They only got going in the last 10 minutes of that fixture. They did create chances late on, but if they do only finish 4th in the J-League, they perhaps will look back on that fixture and think that was the game they really should have done better in. Unbeaten in their last 3 in the top division. Were beaten by Kyoto Sanga 1-0 away from home prior to that. Asano will chase this one down and just about keep it in play. It is Lucas Fernandez, and eventually work back towards Fukamori. It's a good-looking ball in and a fine spin inside the area by Aoki. Kato. It's a free kick. Did score against Consadole Sapporo earlier this season for his former club in a 4-1 away success, so he's had an effective appearance against the home team already this season. Wasn't the most prolific of goal scorers for Cerezo, 16 in 78, but his tally of 4 in 10 so far for his new club is obviously much better. Asano's been the danger man for Consa this season. He's got 11 goals so far from 31 appearances. He's featured in every single game so far and netted in that win against Yokohama FC last time out. Good running meanwhile from Higashi, looking to take the shot on. It's blocked by Suga. It is Higashi again. Higashi for Ezekiel. Consa will look to try and clear Sano, who came through the youth ranks at Sanfrecce Hiroshima, but just 11 goals in 81 appearances. This is the second time that he's playing against the club that he grew up with. Obviously involved in the 0-0 draw between the two earlier this season. Hello Petrovic barking out the orders from the sidelines. He's been with Consa since the start of the 2018 season. And of course, spent some 5 years as coaches of Sanfrecce. Won the second-tier title in 2008 before moving on to Arawa Reds. Success there, winning the League Cup in 2016. Much respected, but however much most have enjoyed watching his team play this season, it looks like his team will end the campaign in the bottom half of the table, and once again without silverware. Here is Yuya Asano, though. Hoki to the left-hand side, to the right is Lucas Fernandez. Well, it's an open game in the opening 5 minutes or so, and that's to be expected. Just look at the press from the Consadole Sapporo players, and that's one back high up the pitch once again. This is Asano looking to curl it inside the penalty area for Kamai. Referee has halted play here. We've got a foul. Potentially a free kick. Which way is this going to go? Really good interception. And you can see that the follow-through caught Fukumori, who's complaining at the moment. Got a good record against Sanfrecce. A couple of goals in his 18 previous appearances against them. The last in a 2-2 draw back in November 20. A barnstorming game in which saw all 4 goals netted in a 20-minute period either side of half-time. Hasn't scored this campaign in the league. Did score in the Emperor's Cup win over Verspa Oita back in July. Knocked out by Tochiga in the 3rd round of the main domestic cup competition this season, Hiroshima Sanfrecce. Fourth of the 5 runners-up in their League Cup group, and did not make it through to the knockout stages of the secondary competition. Consadole Sapporo were beaten in the quarterfinals by Yokohama F. Marinos, going down 5-3 on aggregate. And were beaten in the 4th round of the Emperor's Cup, losing away to Kashiwa by 1-0. So the knockout competitions haven't provided any success for Consadole Sapporo either this season. Started the campaign really well in the top division before slumping over the course of the late summer into the autumn, and just 4 wins in their last 20 matches. It's been a sorry run. First win after 5 without last time out against a pretty poor Yokohama FC team. Who's going to bounce through over on that right-hand side? This is Nakano. Curled in towards Ezekiel, but it's overhit. And picked up by Lucas Fernandez of Consadole Sapporo. Given away, that was another loose ball. Back initially by Sasaki. Here he is again. Long for Komai. And it's going to be a free kick. Arano, the captain, has only ever been on the winning side against Sanfrecce on 3 occasions. This is the 14th time that he's played against him all his career at Consadole Sapporo. This is league appearance 305 today, made his debut some 13 years ago, and still very much a key member of the squad. Tough competitor, has picked up 9 yellow cards this season. Santos, one of the Brazilians that Sanfrecce can call upon in this fixture. Douglas is suspended for yellow card accumulation, unfortunately for them. And Marcos Junior was a title winner in Brazil with Fluminense, and have recently won the Copa Libertadores in that fractious affair against Boca Juniors at the weekend. You might have seen his former club celebrated that. Marcos Junior unable to play in this game, not match fit, the report. Here is Lucas Fernandez. Aoki. Asano waits Kamai as well. Aoki still has possession. Good play from Nakano, who eventually is brought down. Unbeaten in their last 3 in all competitions against Sanfrecce. 1 and 2 draws. The last Sanfrecce win in all competitions came last year in the League Cup, a 3-0 away win here. And the previous year did secure a 2-0 success here. Consa have won only 1 of the last 9 in all competitions against Sanfrecce. You can spin the stats either way for these two teams. In 10 minutes. Haven't been called into action just yet. Headed away by Kawamura. And then chested down by Nakano. Kito calling for it inside the penalty area. Should be cleared away. Nodded back by Shiichi. This is Ezekiel. Sasaki. Ezekiel again. Just unable to get there as Lucas Fernandez steals in and wins it back. Now it's with Asano. Good movement centrally as Consa come forward, but that's a wasted ball forward by Fukamori. It was a disappointing one as well, wasn't it? Easily intercepted. Have been unlucky maybe not to score a few more. Sanfrecce, 38 as we mentioned so far this season. Their expected goals tally 51.8. So you would have thought there would be some regression over the course of the final few games of the season. We will find out, of course. Ezekiel goes down, play continues as Sanfrecce still have possession. They had scored what was expected. Due to that figure, they potentially would have been a top 3 side. Expected goals against is about right, 26.2. They've conceded 28. An expected goal against figure, incidentally, lowest in the top division. I won't be too surprised to hear that the expected goal metric does put Consadole Sapporo at the top of those particular standings. So they could argue they should be a little bit higher. They're fairly lowly 13th position, just 9 wins from their 31 matches so far this season. XG of 58, they've scored 53. That bounces through towards Keisuke Osaka, who's been included in the Japanese national team squad for the World Cup qualifiers and indeed Asian Cup qualifiers that are coming up over the course of the next couple of weeks. Myanmar and Syria on the agenda for Japan. One of only 4 domestic-based players that have made the squad. The game against Syria will take place in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Myanmar are to be tackled on home turf. Osaka not expected to play, but he is in the squad. 6 caps for his country. Did make the Copa America squad when Japan were invited to play in it a few years ago, but didn't play. Didn't feature in the World Cup. Didn't make the squad, but is one of the keepers that has been announced, along with Mayu Maikawa, who of course plays for Vissel Kobe, and Aya Suzuki, who's in Belgian football with St. Troiden at the moment. Let's see what Consa can do here. Easily cleared away by Shotani. Arano. Filtered forward towards Fukamori. Cleared away by Shotani again. It's going to be a free kick. That's Kato that's gone down. Doesn't like the challenge, and just a little bit of afters between the pair. Daihachi Okamura, the Consa player involved. Just a bit of a shove in the back, doesn't really make any play for the ball. Third season at Consa for Daihachi Okamura, having come through at Thespa Kosatsu. Kato to nod down. Konza to clear away. This is Higashi. Nakano again. Mitsuta. Neither side have really built any significant momentum in the opening quarter of this fixture. Onus very much on Hiroshima Sanfrecce, of course, given their league position. Back by Aoki, who's dropping a little deeper in search of getting involved a little bit more, the midfielder. Forward by Seababa. Sasaki with the throw. Well, they haven't managed a clean sheet in their last 7 games, Consadole Sapporo, but Sanfrecce aren't offering too much in attack at the moment. Only 1 clean sheet in their last 20 in all competitions. Everything points to goals from a Consa point of view, but Sanfrecce is such a different team. As Asano looks to get forward on the right-hand side, that's good defensive work. And cleared away by Sasaki. Hirishichi. Down towards Higashi, thumped away by Tanaka. Clean sheet coming against Gambaro Sakura, 4-0 home win. But Mikhail Skiba's side almost the antithesis of Consadole Sapporo in terms of the way that they go about their business. Much more concentrated on keeping the opposition out, but their form has been good over the back end of the season. They topped the 6, 8, 10 and 12 full-match tables. They have been the best side in Japan in the top division over the course of those periods, and just makes you wonder if they'd have started a little bit better, they would have been in the mix for the title. Vissel Kobe and Yokohama F. Mananos, of course, separated by 2 points at the top of the standings on 62 and 64. Urawa Reds on 54 and Sanfrecce Hiroshima 51, along with Nagoya Grampus. We should not rule out a run from Nagoya Grampus as well. Cerezo Osaka on 49 points, 5 points behind Urawa Reds. And their chance pretty much has gone. It would take something spectacular, I think, for the 6th place club to maybe steal 3rd spot. I tend to think it's between Urawa Red, Sanfrecce and Nagoya. Minutes in, nothing really to report. It started brightly enough with action in both penalty areas, but the two sides have settled down and it's a little disjointed from both of them at the moment. Much of the play in that middle third. Takaki, and now Tanaka around the corner from Arano. Clear back though by Shiichi. Sanfrecce, who won their last away game against Tokyo, as we've mentioned, lost the one prior to that. They won 2 of the last 3 after failing to win any of their previous 9, including 8 defeats on the spin in all competitions. Slipped out of both cups and have failed to score in 7 of their last 12 away from home, but have been better defensively with 2 clean sheets in their last 4 on their travels after none the previous 8. So they've sharpened up at the back. But Consa coming forward menacingly here. What can Kamai do? Looks to try and lay it off of Fukamori. This is Suga. Arano took the shot on, and then Suga has another go, and it's nowhere near the target. Daiki Suga, who's scored 3 goals so far this season, including 2 in the 5-1 win over FC Tokyo back in May, also scored in the League Cup. He's been knocking on the door of the Japanese national side once again after making his only appearance for them back in 2019, but he took that one very early and skied it. Oh, that was a little late, but play continues, does it? Not quite, and that's going to be a yellow card. And well, it was there to go for, certainly. However, the contact was made after the ball had gone. I don't really think you can have too many complaints here. Oh, can he? I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? Studs are showing. Fukamori is going to go into the book anyway. You can see the protest led by Shunta Tanaka. It's Seiya Baba, rather, that's got the caution. Arano is complaining. Kawamura, the player who was caught. I don't think it's going to be one of those that's going to be upgraded, but we've seen worldwide recently that when you go in stud showing, anything can happen. Visiting supporters looking on, concerned that their man might not be able to continue. Takuma Kawamura, he's had a really good season. Been a bit part player prior to that. Been out on loan. There you can see the studs flying in. It's the moulded studs as well, so maybe not as painful, but try telling that to Takuma Kawamura, who's still down, and well, will he be able to continue? Left ankle. Baba booked. Japanese under-20 international who was signed from Tokyo Verdy ahead of this season getting underway. Had a good campaign for the capital club last term. Thankfully, Kawamura okay to continue. The discussion is going on here. Kawamura's okay to continue, and after the treatment he's already back up and on the pitch. Komai, Asano's on the move. Arano is calling for it inside the penalty area. Asano with a shimmy and a shuffle, can't quite pull the trigger. This is Fernandez. Seiya Baba. The shot from distance is just wide of the target. And I presume that Keisuke Osaka had seen that one all the way as Daiki Suga let fly. Real daisy cutter, this one. All along the deck. Struck it well, but a good metre wide. Celebrations on hold. Komai. Good fast feet to keep possession. But then given away cheaply. And that's been the story of the opening quarter of this fixture. Here is Lucas Fernandez. And again, Asano calling for it. Flick towards Asano. He might fall towards him inside the area. Consadole Sapporo fans wanted a penalty. The player didn't really appeal, and that tells you all you need to know. He's had such a good season, Yuya Asano, since leaving Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Bus challenge on this near side from Sho Sasaki. Former Japanese international, not been involved recently. His last cap coming in the summer of 22. Didn't make the World Cup squad. Last of his 15 caps prior to it. Lucas Fernandez to take the throw. Forward by Tanaka. Either side really keeping possession for longer than 2 or 3 passes at the moment. Either side can really build. Chichi will play it in field, and then again it's overhit, and it'll spill all the way through to Shun Tagaki. Tanaka. Okamura. Takagi. Given away, not once but twice. Asano. That's a free kick, and it might be another card here. And the card count is beginning to rise. The referee, Junpaida, got that one right as well. Kawamura was on the end of the bad challenge previously. This time, as he's turned inside and out, decides to take a handful of the shirt of Yuya Asano. Straight away. Apologies offered, but card received. It's a lazy ball forward, it's easy for Asako. There's 2 of the last 3 at home. Consa, his defeat coming against Kashiwa late September. This is Kato. Fernandez wins it back. Baba. Forward initially by Fukumori. Kamai. Back by Tanaka. Yoshiaki Kamai has come very deep. He is the central striker. Almost closest to his own goal at the moment. Here is Tanaka. But it's a midfield battle all right at the moment, as Kawamura takes the ball away from Asano, but illegally. He's only just been booked as well. They've scored in 18 of their 21 home matches across the 3 competitions this season. Consadole Sapporo, including 10 in their last 5, and only 1 clean sheet in their last 10 at home against Gamba. All of the stats and the metrics point to goals, but we haven't seen one thus far. 0-0, 27 and a bit minutes gone, and there will be a significant amount of added on time at the end of the first 45 as well, I would have thought, given the injury to Kawamura and the halt to proceedings we had then. It is Kamai, and now it's with Tanaka over the top. Flick on is clever from Aoki. It is Daiki Suga. Tempted to think the header should have come infield rather than back towards Suga, who will go again and look to try and take on Shiotani. That's a clever ball in! Terrific stop from Asako. And then Kamai tries to feed it forwards. Back by Fukumori. Another really good stop. And then Kamai goes down. What is the referee going to give here? Well, Keisuke Asako with 2 really good stops to keep Konsa out. There were challenges flying in inside the penalty area as the ball was ricocheting around the box. Kamai went down. Let's take another look at 1 or 2 incidents here. There's the first stop from Osaka. And moments after that, he made another. That's why he's in the squad for the Japan national team. 10 clean sheets so far this season. His save percentage 72.3. Contrast that to 59.3. His opposite number today. As There's the first save, strong right hand. Kamai then jumps here, looks like he was leading with an arm. First of all, denying Aoki. Net result is a goal kick, as you can see, but there was bodies going down left, right and centre. Closest we've come to a goal so far. That's clever. Flag stays down. Kato has got Ezekiel up in support. Kato still has possession. Looks to stand it up. Should be cleared away by Consa. Well, this is more like a Consa game at the moment, with action at both ends. Flick forward by Arano. Fed back by Baba. Here's Yamasaki. And now Osako. Osako goes long. It's just going to bounce out of play, unfortunately. Well, the game burst into life just a few moments ago with those opportunities for Consadole Sapporo. Unable to take them after some neat play inside the Sanfrecce penalty area. But our red supporters looking on. We'll be hoping that Consa can breach that Hiroshima defence. I mentioned the 10 clean sheets, 6 have been at home, only 4 away. Because Fernandez to control. Tanaka is racing forwards here, inside right position. And that's a forceful challenge from Sho Sasaki. Good movement though from Tanaka. We've not seen him getting those positions that often in this fixture. 4 goals as well this season, the last in the 90th minute against Yokohama F. Marinos, a defeat back in October. Osako waits. Ezekiel. Maybe just using the top of the arm there. He's had 1 or 2 injury issues, Ezekiel, this season. Only started 7 games. Just the 2 goals, the last against Nagoya back in September. 3-1 home success here. Only 1 goal last season. And not really been the signing that they thought he might be when he came from Botafogo ahead of the 2020 campaign. Kato. Sanfrecce with a free kick, looking to switch play to this near side, and Shichi. Tactic that doesn't quite pay off. One back well. Suta unable to make anything of it every single time the ball goes towards that Consa penalty area. Home side seem to be able to pick possession fairly comfortably. 4-on-3 for a second there. Here is Asano. Fernandez wants it back. Curled towards Komai, cleared away by Shotani. Here is Arano. Uses his body strength well. Looks for Baba. Arano. Tanaka. Consa probe away again. Here is Okamura. Suga, left-hand side in a bit of space. Flicked by Baba. Towards Fukamori. Suga still waits patiently on the left-hand side, but is ignored once again. Gone back towards Seiya Beba. It is Suga. Left is good as the fullback flicks it back for Aoki. Makes his way inside the penalty area. 4 to the crosser's right. Here is Arano. And eventually takes the shot on. Good stop from Osako. Bounced just in front of him. Made it look easy. Collected confidently. Takuma Arano's effort. 3 goals so far this season. Gone to Sapporo's way. Both of these teams, as we've mentioned, real attacking teams. Shots this season heading into the weekend. 476 for Sanfrecce. Was the most. 466 for Consa. Ranked second. Cancelled each other out a little bit though. Just that brief burst of quality inside the area from Consadole Sapporo so far. Ezekiel will make the run and take the touch. He's done well initially, but the defensive effort from Okamura will help Consadole Sapporo. Sasaki for Shiotani. This is Nakano. Shiotani again towards Ezekiel. I think that flicks up off the Brazilian. That's a goal kick again. It's really good defensive work for Komori on this occasion. Hard work for the strikers at the moment. 0-0. Sanfrecce, who were held by Cerezo 0-0 recently. 2 0-0s though in their last 7 league games. 3-all campaign. And of course, they draw 0-0 on match day 1 this season, this pair. Maybe we expect a little bit too much given all the stats over the course of the season. They've already played out 1 0-0 draw. Let's hope this isn't another. Good movement again. Challenge was a little late. It's come through towards Lucas Fernandez. And then Asano unable to get there. It's cleared away by Osako. Okamura. Arano. Loose from the Sapporo skipper. Kept in play just. No, not quite. Throw in. Danger here then for the home team as Sanfrecce look to get 1 or 2 players in advanced areas. Kept in play, then given away. Suga wants the ball to go out. And eventually it does, but only for a throw-in. Sanfrecce this season, it seems, just 6 draws in their 31 games, 15 wins, 10 defeats, 11 points off top place Vissel Kobe. Can't win the title now, but as we've mentioned already, second half of the season they've been the best team. Jano Petrovic will know all about the club he once coached, of course, as the visiting and home supporters look to try and lift their teams. 7 minutes to go plus added on time of a first half that has been a little disjointed. We haven't seen the best of both of these teams. Just a brief moment where Consa got into the groove. Sanfrecce's attacking force has been conspicuous by its absence, really. Ezekiel's been busy up front, but has lacked a bit of quality. We haven't seen enough of Mutsuki Kato as well. Mitsuta in behind's not really been in the game. And down the flanks, haven't seen Shiichi get forward on the left-hand side, on Nakano over on the right. Here is Shiichi, though, looking to get forwards here. Kato webs inside the penalty area. That's an awful touch. A lot of space to work with on this near side. should have done better, the left wing back. Scored against Vissel Kobe when they beat the league leaders back in September. That was a big win. Signed back end of the last calendar year from Avispa. Cleared away by Takagi. Tanaka. Avispa beating Orao Reds in the League Cup final recently, a 2-1 success. Sasaki, Ezekiel to take it on. Can he pull the trigger? He can take a touch, but too many Consa defenders back, and it was Kamai that managed to get the block in as it spins behind for a corner. Good play. Clever back heel for Ezekiel. Knew it was coming, didn't he? Took a little bit of time before Seababa reacted to it, and he was helped out by his striker, Yoshiaki Komai, to get the block in eventually. Corner, though, here. More corners than any other side this season, Sanfrecce Hiroshima. But they've only managed to score once from a flag kick this season. Surely they've got to convert more opportunities from these situations. Can they here? Towards the far post, it's overhit just a touch. Cleared away by Consadole Sapporo, and the counter could be on here. Now then, Kamai. Sanfrecce getting players back in defensive position. Momentum of the move just lost a little bit here. Tanaka. Kamai has made the run. Now, as he tried to glance it towards goal, he was well marshalled by Shiichi. Just the presence, really, of the left wing back enough. Got in front of him, but unable to direct his header goalwards. Osako goes long. Baba with the header. Chested down by Shotani and then thumped forward towards Kato. Not back for Ezekiel, he won't get that. Arano will, and neither side can keep hold of possession at the moment. This is Baba, he loses out. Referee wanted to play advantage there, it was a good decision. There was no advantage, so he pulls play back. I don't really think that the Sanfrecce players can complain too much. He's officiated the game really well so far. That's the foul, and then there's no advantage here as Baba tries to get forward. So although that's a fair challenge, I think the referee is right in pulling play back. Here is Tagagi. Okamura. Tanaka. Touch from Asano, and now Arano. It is Yuya Asano again. But I'm sure that Mihajlo Petrovic will want him to do his work inside the opposition half, not deep inside his own territory. Too often we've seen Asano and Kamai come back in search of possession and trying to get involved in the game. Layoff from Asano. Ezekiel uses body strength well. Now then, this is Higashi. Okamura wins it. Gets back up. Baba. Arano. Lucas Fernandez to his right. Aoki is spun further forward, right-hand side. Kamai to the left at the moment. Asano's made his way inside the penalty area. Attack has slowed down a little. Here is Lucas Fernandez. Back for Fukamori. Shiichi with a header. Some good forward runs from Aoki, and so far they've come to nothing. He had the shot that brought the best out of Keisuke Osako earlier on in this first half, but as we tick into the final minute of the 45, it is still goalless. Been involved in some extraordinary fixtures, certainly earlier this season. You couldn't move for goals. They were beaten 4-3 at home by Kawasaki Frontale in involved in some extraordinary scorelines. The 5-4 away win against Kashiwa Reysol, 4-2 away win at Shonan Bellmare. They beat FC Tokyo 5-1 at home, beat Yokohama FC 4-1 away. Sagan Tosu in the League Cup 4-1 at home. Every single time you watch Consa, there was goals on the agenda. Potentially, we're looking at what would be a third 0-0 of the season for them. Both of the earlier 0-0s came in the opening month of the season. One in the league, one in the League Cup in the group stages away at Sagan Tosu, and the other one, of course, as we mentioned, the reverse of this fixture. Cleared away by Yamasaki, and we've got 3 minutes of added on time at the end of a 45 that's been fairly forgettable, if we're honest. Surely the second period's got to be better. The end of the first might give us a little bit of drama. Not on this occasion. Takagi rolls it out. Arano. Here is Tanaka. Okamura. Tanaka again. Okamura. Arano. Okamura. Well, they're keeping possession just about inside their own half. Takagi. Lucas Fernandez with the acrobatic flick forward, but Kamai can't get there, and Sanfrecce have it again. Shiichi. It's a good block from Tanaka. This is Kato. He's opened up for him. Just unable to keep it down. It was a good hit. Just needed to dip a little more. Card coming out somewhere. Shiichi is down after making the challenge previously. Kato's effort over the crossbar. Shiichi's okay. The card to the player that caught him, I think, Tanaka. Let's have another look. 50-50 that Shiichi wins and Tanaka follows through in. This is the shot that doesn't dip enough from Kato. And that's why the yellow card has been given to Shunta Tanaka. So just a minute remaining of the added on 3 here. Consadole Sapporo 0, Hiroshima Sanfrecce 0. Half chances only really for the visiting side, the side that is gunning for Asian Champions League qualification. Consadole Sapporo only pride to play for. They've had the better opportunities. Aoki's gone close. Osako's made 2 really good saves. Takagi at the other end here hasn't really been called into action as often, but in truth, it's defences that have been on top here at Sapporo Dome. And we hope for a better second period. Takagi. One final opportunity potentially for Consadole Sapporo. There is the half. Well, plenty ahead of this fixture suggested we would see plenty of goals. We haven't had any in the opening 45 minutes here. Yuya Asano against his former club has been busy. Keisuke Osaka, the Japanese international, has made 2 really good stops. He's been busier than that man Shun Takagi at the other end. In truth, though, both defences on top here. Chances have been at a premium, few and far between. Both sides must do better in the second half if they are to claim the win. And of course, Sanfrecce Hiroshima are desperate for it in their chase for a top 3 finish. But Consadole Sapporo are holding them at the moment, and if anything, look the more dangerous side in the final third. Half-time here, though. Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 0.
JR サックスマッチ北海道コンサドーレ札幌 フレッチェ広島。後半のキックオフ時間は3時6分、3時6分です。前半戦皆さんのご声援、温かい拍手本当にありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。ちょっとだけ休憩してください。また3時6分から熱い声援とそして拍手で盛り上げていただきたいと思いますので、皆さんよろしくお願いします。ではこのハーフタイムはこの方々に盛り上げてもらいましょう。北海道コンサドーレ札幌勝利の女神コンサドーレズのパフォーマンスです。
2023シーズン J リーグタイトルパートナーは明治安田生命。オフィシャルブロードキャスティングパートナーはラゾーン。トップパートナーはアイデム。ルートインホテルズ。イオン。ドコモ。コナミデジタルエンターテインメント。イチゴ。オフィシャルエクイプメントパートナーはアディダスジャパン。モルテン。スポーツ振興パートナーはスポーツくじ。オフィシャルチケッティングパートナーはミヤ。オフィシ シャル PC プラットフォームパートナーは楽天グループ、オフィシャルテクノロジーパートナーは NTT グループ。以上の各社が今年の明治安田生命 J リーグを熱くサポートいたします。
J リーグ全試合毎勝者ビヨンドダゾーン年間プラン
さあ、今日は第32節ということですが、同じく14時午後2時にキックオフになったのが湘南ベルマーレ対ロイヤルグランパス広島サポーターの皆さんには気になるの中継化ではないでしょうか。湘南対名古屋、第0で湘南がリードという情報が入ってきました。そして RBX 新潟対東京は0対0ということで、負けられません。3時キックオフが鹿島アントラーズ対柏レイズ。川崎フロンターレ対京都サンガ FC ということになっておりまして、で最後にこれことになります。3時以降、明日です。浦和で第1節神戸という戦いの第32節戦いを後ほどまた試合が終わりましたら湘南ベルマーレ名古屋グランパスの結果などもお伝えしてまいります。 続登場してまいります。ここからまたスイッチを入れ直して皆さんの熱い声援と拍手で選手を鼓舞してください。今日は雪の降る札幌ですから、先ほど場内の外を情報カメラで見ましたら鮮やかな太陽が輝く晴れた天気になっております。さあ、この札幌ドームでまるで太陽のように輝く選手は一体誰なのか、皆さんの応援でぜひ輝かせてください。さあ、まもなく後半キックオフです。みんなで共に一緒に戦ってまいりましょう。 Fight together, win together。 そして共に勝利を。 We are Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo。2023明治安田生命 J1 リーグ北海道コンサドーレ札幌対サンフレッチェ広島、まもなく後半のキックオフです。
Welcome back to the Sapporo Dome. The Sanfrecce Hiroshima players in a huddle ahead of this second half. And their keeper, Keisuke Osako, arguably their best player in the opening 45 minutes, as he made two really good saves to deny the Consa strikers, who have been the better team over the course of the opening 45. Underway for the second half then here. Consadole Sapporo against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. No goals in the opening 45. It is a match that this man's side really need to win. Mikel Skiba, the German former player with Schalke in his day. He had significant injury issues as a young player and unfortunately had to retire early, but he's turned into a very good coach initially with junior teams in Germany. And he's got good experience worldwide. Want his Sanfrecce side to impose themselves really on Consa in this second half, but Consadole Sapporo have started promisingly, as they did in the opening 45 minutes, but a break could be on here for the visitors. 2v2 if they can work it quickly. Okamura is across, the shot taken on early. Mitsuta's effort straight into the arms of Shun Tagagi, but in truth that's the first time that we've seen Makoto Mitsuta in that type of position. 50th J-League appearance for Mitsuta, incidentally, today. Just the 3 goals this season, but the last did come last time out in that 2-1 success against FC Tokyo, 3 goals in cup competitions as well. But along with Kato and Ezekiel, they have to be better in advanced areas, that's for sure. Here he is. Shotani over the top. Ezekiel takes it high on his chest and looks to turn. Nakamura will clear. Picked up by Kawamura, and still going. Ricochets round and back to the keeper, claiming that he was caught. Back up on his feet now, Takuma Kawamura. Last goal coming against Kyoto Saga. And a 3-1 home success. Well, have we seen a little bit more positivity from Sanfrecce in the opening couple of minutes of this second half? We didn't really see a lot in the first 45. Will we see a more open game? Lucas Fernandez for Consa. Aoki waits edge of the 6-yard box. Fernandez tries to muscle his way through, does well to keep possession, then loses out to Shichi, who will clear. Initially by Fukumori. Here he goes again. Does get the cross in. Osaka pounces on it. Back by Shotani. Loose from Yamasaki. Really full start of the season for the 22-year-old. Interesting that he's preferred to Hayato Araki, who did start the previous game, the win, and has been a regular over the course of the campaign. He's only missed 2 games this season, now 3. If he doesn't come on, of course. Cleared away by Sasaki. Kato is after it. Okamura defends it just about. And now Tanaka. Asano. Fernandez. Okamura wanted it. Komai does well. Fernandez goes down. Referee decides to give Consa a free kick here as Lucas Fernandez was caught. Only 3 clean sheets in the top division for Consadole Sapporo this season. It is the joint fewest in the division this campaign. 2 at home, 1 away. Would be something of a rarity. Have to score first, of course, to try and achieve that. Fukumori standing over the free kick then for Consadole Sapporo. Fukumori to deliver towards the back post, and Tanaka cleared away by Sasaki. Picked up by Suga. Comfortable claim from Osaka. Whether that was a shot or a cross, only Suga will know. I suspect it was a cross. Clean sheets in his career, Osaka. This is making his debut in 2019. Still just 24. And potentially a keeper we'll see as the #1 for Japan for a good few years. Be interesting to see if he does play in those World Cup and Asian Cup qualifiers over the course of the next fortnight. Higashi. Arano. Asano. Away from Sasaki. This is Lucas Fernandez. Asano again. Arano. Sanfrecce with a high-ish line, just dropping a little bit now, but back themselves against any ball over the top, it would appear. Arano. Tanaka gets away with that one. Asano has gone short. Flick to the edge of the area. This is Aoki. He's got Suga near side. Forceful by Fukamura, and the shot on the turn from Aoki takes a deflection, goes out for a corner. Good movement, and when the tempo is a little quicker, you can see the quality of Consadole Sapporo's players here. It was a smart pass by Fukamori towards Aoki, and it did take a big deflection off the boot. Shiotani, that's how he wants his team to play. Sharp, quick passing. And it's what we saw in the opening 2-3 months of the season. Fukamori to take the corner. Delivery has to be better this time. Free kick wasn't great. Outswinger this time. Clear to the edge of the area. Kamai! Well, he got hold of it, but it was an ambitious effort from way outside of the penalty area. They have scored 6 goals from outside the box this term. Worth a go, I suspect, but nowhere near the target, unfortunately for him. Gato on the move and might be able to get there, can get there. Can he pull the trigger? Straight at Asako, rather Takagi, who makes the save fairly comfortably. Could he have taken another touch maybe there? Mitsuki Kato as he raced free. We are seeing the game open up just a little maybe. Asano had made the run, but Arano didn't spot him. Asano on that right-hand side now might be able to get there, and he can. It's a first-time ball in, and Asako does pounce on. Yamasaki. Osako. Kamai chases it down. Osako goes long. Nodded back by Tanaka. Infield for Kamai. The flag has stayed down for now. Looked like he was coming back from an offside position. Arano, Tanaka runs into trouble. Sanfrecce have it again and are on the break here. And this is Mitsuta. Ezekiel to his left, Kato to his right. Sliding challenge perfectly timed by Daichi Okamura. And now Lucas Fernandez will come forward. Suddenly there's more energy and industry and a little bit of quality as well in the boots of both of these two teams. It's curled towards Aoki on the volley. Cut across it. Not easy. And the connection was minimal, if at all, by Ryota Aoki. The 1 goal in the league this season from limited starts. Here's the challenge that had to be timed perfectly as Ezekiel nearly got in. Okamura does brilliantly, as he has done much of the season, judging by that stat. 99 tackles, second in the league. Wonder when he's going to make a change. Nassim Ben Khalifa, the obvious player to bring on in and out the starting lineup this season, a player he knows well, having coached him in Europe. The Swiss international, who isn't the most mobile but has got an eye for goal and scored a crucial 90th minute winner against Urawa Reds back in August, so he can deliver. And also Piero Sotiru on the bench as well. I suspect he's not 100% fit. Got 4 goals so far this season. Kato, at the moment charged with the responsibility of scoring for Sanfrecce at the moment. Shiichi does get the cross in, just. Nakano. And it was Kato that tried the acrobatic effort. Ezekiel will curl it back. Shintani is joining in. Now it's with Nakano again for waiting for the delivery. Back by Mitsuta. Shiichi to turn and make a nuisance of himself. Kawamura is there as well, cleared away. will leave it and receive it. Nakano. Shiotani. It's a little loose. First mistake we've seen from Keisuke Osaka all game. Scored 9 times this season, Sanfrecce, 6 of those 9 away from home though. Suga gives the ball away. Baba, Aoki, Suga to his left. Ryoto Aoki looking to curl one, and Osaka again collects well. Doesn't let the ball bounce out of his grasp. Shiotani. Just about gets away with that. Tsuta was caught after the ball had gone. Free kick. As we approach the hour, after a lively opening 10 minutes or so in this second half, the game has just slipped back into first 45 mode, hasn't it? Slowed down again. Higashi, Mitsuta, Kato. Ezekiel has made the run, and the back heel towards Higashi, who was shoved off the ball. Hernandez makes the save, and then the shot is wide from Shichi. There was a bit of a shove, wasn't there, on Shunki Higashi. Okamura gets away with it. Baba runs into trouble, but just about manages to keep possession for Consadole Sapporo. Just 2 games remaining for both of these sides after this. Conso will take on FC Tokyo in their next match on the 25th of this month. Obviously an international break coming up. And then final game of the season at home to Arawa Red. So from a Sanfrecce point of view, they'll be hoping that Consa can do them a favour in that game, whatever happens here today. And Sanfrecce at home to Gamba Osaka, and then we'll travel away to take on the recent League Cup winners, Vispa Fukuoka. Final match week of the season in early December. Big diagonal here. Kinto is chasing it down. Takagi to control and release Okamura. Fernandez. Loose from Okamura for once. Sasaki's on the move, and he will get there. He's got Mitsuta infield, but it's Baba that comes and slides in to win it back. And now Arano. Seiya Baba. Asano. Arano. Fernandez right-hand side. Tanaka infield. Baba back in defensive position. Arano down the line. Good running from Lucas Fernandez, if he can keep it in play, which he can do. What about the delivery? Well, it was aimed towards Yoshiaki Komai. Good defensive header just in front of the Consa striker, and it's out for a corner. Important header as well, wasn't it? The cross was bound for the striker. Guided behind, as Kamai was lurking in behind. So Fans bouncing with the prospect of celebrating a goal here. They have a corner. Fukumori will take out swinger. Up from the back. Asano waits as well. It's a packed penalty area. Dipping header that's easily collected by Kizuko Osako. Kawamura, Sasaki, Shiichi, Mitsuta. Past the hour. Sanfrecce still looking for the breakthrough here. He can draw level on points with Orawa Reds ahead of their game against Vissel Kobe tomorrow to put some pressure on the side that won the Asian Champions League, of course, earlier this season. Big win for Orawa Reds in that competition. Back in it, of course, this season they beat Al Hilal, of course, the Saudi side over the 2 legs, a 1-1 draw in Saudi and a 1-0 second leg success in Japan back in May. Their form has dropped off a little bit. They're back in action, of course, in the Champions League. They were beaten home and away by Pohang Steelers, the Korean team. And it's Aoki away from Baba, but Fernandez will pick it up. Fukumori had made the run. Back in action, of course, as well. Orawa Reds in late November in the Champions League. They host Wuhan Three Towns, the Chinese Super League side. And their final fixture in mid-December, which is after their trip here on the final day of the season in the J-League. They take on Hanoi, the Vietnamese team, to round out their group stages. Aoki, Baba. Komura forward. She just slips. Free kick. Maybe just caught. Some running repairs to the pitch here. Looks to be a significant divot taken. If it stays as it is, the gap will be 2. The focus will switch to Orawa tomorrow, who take on Vissel Kobe. Do you think it is going to come down to the final weekend as to which team will grab third? Oh, here's an effort that's saved. Aoki shot straight down the throat of Osaka, got hold of it all right. But the power masked the fact that there was little precision. Chance from nothing, really. It fell really kindly to Ryota Aoki, who was denied in the first half by Osaka, you'll recall. Ezekiel looking to use his pace here. Fukumori slides in to make the interception come clearance. Well, the chances are coming Consa's way. Sanfrecce created anything as much as Mikel Skibber would have wanted. It's been tough going. Here is Kato. And it's coming to that point with 25 minutes remaining where surely changes are going to come. Nakano. Shiotani. Nakano again. And the flick is good from Mitsuta, but then he loses out, can't get his feet right. Asano. Fernandez to spin. Tanaka has to play it back towards Takagi. Baba Gives it away. Shiotani wins it back. This is Kato. Mitsuta wants it. It's curled towards Ezekiel. Wasn't the best at balls, was it really? But still, Sanfrecce coming forward. Consa have kept players in advanced positions here. Ezekiel. Adjusted down. Kawamura can't get to that, but the flag has got up anyway, I think. I might get a second look at Ryota Aoki's shot from a few moments ago. Dropped perfectly for him here, didn't he? Got hold of it. Keisuke Osako makes the save. He knows it was a chance. It was straight at the keeper. Unfortunately, this time from Fukumori. Baba for Suga, who loses out, and Sanfrecce on the move again with Kato. Ezekiel. Sasaki. Ezekiel again. Mitsuta. Really think that Higashi was ready for that, but he's spun and managed to keep possession. This is Tanaka. Mitsuta. Clever footwork. What about the cross? Corner. Just coming into the game a little bit more. Makoto Mitsuta. He's only 24. Managed to force his way into the Japanese national side ahead of the World Cup, but didn't make the squad. A couple of caps coming, some before the one just gone. But he's been a little more influential in this second half. We didn't see anything of him in the opening 45 minutes. Combination play with Kato is key for the hopes of Sanfrecce. And here he is to take the corner, Makoto Mitsuta. Takagi comes and claims. Wasn't under that much pressure. Eventually falls into a couple of bodies, but no one really making it that difficult for him. Fernandez was a little heavy with the second touch. He got away from him. And that's going to be a free kick, as he himself was caught. Yellow cards coming out here. I think the Sanfrecce players are saying, well, what about the other challenge? Lucas Fernandez, he's on the deck. The card has come out. Forceful from Shiotani, and we'll go into the book. But there was an incident prior to that where Lucas Fernandez seemed to just let the ball run a little too far in front of him. Managed to keep possession, but caught the Sanfrecce player. First change, and it's Consa that make it, and Superchok Sarachat is coming on. Also going to see Tsuyoshi Ogashiwa, Aoki and Suga, the players that are coming off. An attacking change, it suggests. Superchok is a Thai international who's got 7 goals this season and has not been a regular starter. Ogashiwa also likes to play forward, so it's an attacking move from Mihailo Petrovic. As he applauds the efforts of the two players, Aoki and Suga, who are coming off. So it might mean a little bit of reshuffle over on the left-hand side, we'll see. Free kick to defend for Sanfrecce here, as Consa Sapporo to see if those changes can make an instant impact. It's towards Baba. just led with the arm a little bit here. You can see the elbow in the back of the defender. Osako. Changes being made by Consadole Sapporo, but not yet by Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Kato. Fernandez, who's come to this near side and away from one challenge, and then runs into Shiotani, who's already been booked, and it was only a few minutes ago. And Lucas Fernandez wants another yellow. It's not going to be given. This is Super Choc. Over towards Asano. It looks like Okashi was going to play alongside Kamai. Super Choc Sarachat left-hand side, Asano right. Because Fernandez may be playing a little more withdrawn now. Baba with the interception. Higashi lost the 50-50 battle. Sasaki will play it forward. And that's going to spin away for a corner off the head. Sasaki. As ever, the home supporter doing their best. Haven't packed Sapporo Dome to any degree this season. The concert fans, they ranked 12th highest in average attendance, just over 15,000 for a stadium that holds over 41. Fukamori will take the corner, in swinger this time, left-footed. Low, flicked on, Super Choc goes down. In fact, it's someone else that's gone down. Super Choc is here, not quite see who's on the turf, and the referee's going to stop play. It is Okamura that was caught. Possible penalty here. I don't think it was particularly violent. There didn't seem to be an arm in the face, but Komura is down and now back up. Here's a change for Sanfrecce, and this is no real surprise that we're seeing a striker coming on, Pieros Sotiryu, and it's Shichi that's coming off. So again, it might mean a little bit of a tweak in terms of the formation tactically. Sotiryu, you would have thought, would play further forward. 4 goals this season, the last against Sagan in the 2-0 away success. Signed from Ludogorets in the summer of 22, had a really good 18 months with the Bulgarian side, got 19 in 36. A title winner, top scorer in the 21-22 campaign. Much travelled once with Astana, also a Danish league title with Copenhagen. And also had a successful spell with Apoel in Cyprus. Cypriot international, who's still very much part of the national side setup, named in the squad for the final European qualifiers that are coming up. Shots to the visitors' 5. Open issue for Fukamori. Another alteration here. home side. Toya Nakamura coming on. It's going to be the end of Akito Fukamori.
They
continue to battle away, and given the way that the last few months have gone, if they can take a point off a side looking to qualify for the Champions League, you will see that as a big plus, as he will a clean sheet as well, if it is a clean sheet, and he might not be here. Sotirio looks to try and spin. Asano away from one challenge but not the second. Sasaki wins it back, kept in play. Ezekiel, you can see that Sotirio is going to play alongside Kato. Another interception. Oh, Superchok's done brilliantly here. He's got Kamai to his right-hand side. Opens up his body, tries to slide it through, but that gives the opportunity for Sanfrecce to win it back. This is Ezekiel. Sasaki. Lucas Fernandez with a header. Taken down by Kato. Piero. Kato. Sotirio wants it back. Nakano does wrap the right boot around the ball enough to send it curling back towards Higashi. Well, 12 minutes remaining. What we saw in the game against Cerezo Osaka recently is the last 10. Sanfrecce suddenly came to life, but they couldn't find a way through. They woke up far too late. The same thing potentially could happen here. I'm sure we'll see Nassim Ben Khalifa at some stage. He will be thrown on for the final 10, or certainly final 5. And again, a little like Piero Sotirio, maybe not 100% match fit. Takaki, that's a little dangerous, but he's got away with it just. Took a little bit of time for Superchok Sarachat. Looks like he's going to leave the throw to adapt to the J-League, having come from Buriram United in the Thai division, was a 4-time title winner, twice managed to win the National Cup as well for his previous side. Not a regular goal scorer, but chipped in more often than not. But has done really well with 7 goals in his first season in Japanese football. From limited starts as well, has been a substitute on 12 occasions, only started 10 matches, he's been eased into the squad, but he's always proved a player that can add a bit of quality in advanced areas. This is going to be a free kick here to Consadole Sapporo. Superchok will play it back. This is Seya Baba. We've seen some 26 goals in the final 15 minutes of matches featuring Consadole Sapporo this season. Not surprised to learn it is more than any other team. Will we get any in the final, 8.5 plus added on time here? 12 for 14 against. to Sanfrecce games. That's a goal. An effort from distance is going to spin wide. Well, we've seen some spectacular strikes recently from that sort of range. I tend to think that Shun Tagaki is taking 1 or 2 chances here. That's twice he's raced outside of his penalty area, giving the ball straight away to an opposition player. The shot not good enough to find the target. Sanfrecce have only conceded 3 goals in the final 15 minutes of fixtures, which is a league low, incidentally. Here comes Takagi again, but they have scored 15 themselves, which is a league high. It's rather a second in that particular metric. Oh dear, that's an awful shot from Shiotani. So they're capable, and they usually come on strong late on. Are we seeing something similar from Mikel Skibber's side today? Or is this going to be another game that's going to get away from the Hiroshima side? I haven't seen too much of him since coming on. Helps to win a throw. Here he is. Tanaka. Okamura slides in and wins another throw. Tanaka, Sasaki with a header away, seemed to come through the player, but the action continues. It's towards Superchok. Tanaka intercepted as Sanfrecce come forwards, all over the top for Kato, but that's overhit by quite some way, and this is looking increasingly likely to be another frustrating fixture for Sanfrecce in their search for 3rd place in Champions League qualification. It might get worse for them here. Fukushima looking to shrug off the attentions of Yamasaki. Further change, final change, as Hiroki Miyazawa is about to come on, the 34-year-old veteran. And Arano, the captain who's coming off. Miyazawa, who's nudging towards 500 league games for Consadole Sapporo. This is 477. Second-tier title winner back in 2016. A 17th time, rather an 18th time he's playing against Sanfrecce. He's only been on the winning side 3 of the previous 17, but he has scored a couple of goals. Last in a 2-1 win last year back in October. Can he conjure something late on for Consa here against Sanfrecce as we go into the final 5 of this fixture? Comes the delivery to the near post. It's flicked away as Baba was trying to get something on it. Superchok. Lucas Fernandez, go back towards Osako, and comes and claims again. He's had another excellent game. Keepers have been on top. Osako in particular has impressed. Held in towards Sotirio, but collected by Shun Tagagi. Changes here again, this time from Sanfrecce Hiroshima. too late. Taishi Matsumoto, the midfielder, about to come on. Ezekiel, who's faded in this second half. The player to be replaced, showed some neat touches in the first half and early on in the second, but his urgings have not been enough to send this lot of supporters celebrating a goal. Shiotani looking to slide it through towards Sotirio. It's cleared away by Konsa once more. Ogashiwa. Oh, kept in play brilliantly. No, not quite. Just the wrong side of the line. Sasaki's header. Touch from Matsumoto. Pulled inside the area. Well, there was just a little bit of space around Piero Sotirio, but the ball inside the box wasn't good enough towards the Cypriot international. And it should be cleared away again. Touch from Nakamura. This is Lucas Fernandez. Nakamura will let it run through cleverly. Kamai. Fernandez. Crossfield ball was on. Don't think he hit that really where he wanted it. Matsuta. Takagi is outside the area again by some way. Nakamura. In between two Sanfrecce players, it's a positive run from the substitute and still going forward, but then just as he looks to cut back on his right foot, defensive players catch up with him and it bounces through for Keisuke Osaka, and you can see that Milo Petrovic is not happy about that at all. He wants his players to distribute a little quicker rather than run with the ball, it would appear. Well, we haven't had a goal, so we haven't had to restart. We've had a couple of substitutions, obviously, for both teams, but in terms of stoppages, they've been minimal. I can't imagine we're going to get that many minutes of added on time, and that's going to be a blow as Sanfrecce search for a winner that would draw them level with Orawa Reds in third place in the J-League standings. Needs something to happen now. This is Lucas Fernandez. Nakamura to clear. Shiotani. I don't think we're going to get a big number up on the board. It's going to be a more orthodox 3 or 4. Kato. Claiming handball, but not quite sure. I mean, it will be checked. Masuya Ueda is on VAR duty. The Sanfrecce players are fairly adamant, but they would be, wouldn't they? Asano, the guilty party if it is a handball. He's suggesting top of the arm. How some of the players could see and offer an opinion, I'm not quite so sure. 4 minutes have added on time. Here it is again. I see his side, hasn't it? See his ribs. Let's have another look. Left to the chest, I reckon, here. And that's not going to be given. Check hasn't been completed just yet, I don't think. We wait. This is another angle that sees it hit an arm. I don't think this will go in Sanfrecce's favour. They'll be desperate for it too, obviously. But I think it's more in hope than any real expectation. No penalty. Yeah, it's the right call. And obviously at this stage of the game, given what's at stake, it's right to check it and take your time to a certain extent about it. But always a hopeful shout rather than one that was expected to go in the favour of the visitors here. Just a throw. 3 minutes remaining. They've wasted a minute of action, really, unless that gets stuck onto the end of the added on time. Kato has worked hard throughout. He's put himself about. He's had half chances, quarter chances, a shot that dipped over in the first half, of course, but in truth, the play between the front players hasn't been good enough. But can they perform a smash and grab and get it very, very late on here? Free kick to put Konsa under pressure. Mitsuta to curl this one in. Right-footed, good delivery, punched away by Takagi. only as far as Kawamura, and then back towards Nakano. It's on his left side, it's blocked by Tanaka. Ogashiwa will take a touch. Tanaka has it again to turn, he's got nowhere to go really. It's on his weaker left foot, plays it with his right. Short for Baba, Nakamura, and Super Chop with a flick, and Ogashiwa could be in. And suddenly, Ogashiwa is racing free. Super Chop wants it back. It's just behind the Thai international. Manages to get the ball back, and Nakamura's effort is wide of the target. Well, a bit of pace to the play of Consadole Sapporo. Good breakaway, neat touch from Super Chop. Ogashiwa was on his way, but the shot from distance in the end was fairly tame from Nakamura. And the chance has gone. Asano was calling for it right-hand side. Osaka doesn't have to make the save here. It's dragged wide and not hit really with the force or the connection that Toya Nakamura really wanted. Only goal coming against Sagan Tosu back in June. Scored an own goal in that 1-1 draw as well. Sanfrecce, their turn to come forward late on. Kato, and the shot first time always going wide. He caught it well enough, did Matsumoto. Came across his body, always likely to spin away from goal. You've got to hit these so well for them to end up in the back of the net. Takagi watching that one. As soon as it left the boot, it was going wide. Got to open up your body, but somehow try and control and keep it down and keep it on target. Not easy. Was that the last chance for Sanfrecce? Late change here. Koshimichi coming on for Nakano. Asano shrugs off one challenge. Yuya Asano. Good block from Sasaki, who's had his number for much of this game. Extra minute of added on time here, given that VAR check for the penalty has just been stuck onto the end of the fixture. Fair enough, I guess. And we're into the final minute of the 5. Consa still battling. Only 3 times this season in the J-League have they not scored at home. This looks like it's going to be a 4th, but it's going to be a point gain from the side in the bottom half of the table, but certainly 2 dropped as far as Sanfrecce are concerned, unless they get a little lucky here, but they don't. This is Baba to turn, all a bit straight. Tanaka looking for Komai, sliding interception from Shiotani. And that surely is about it, I think. Urawa Reds will be happy. Supporters of the team in 3rd spot. We'll see the gap cut to 2 between themselves and Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Of course, Nagoya playing at the moment, so they could jump to 54 points. Full time, defence is on top, the Sapporo Dome, and it's another chance gone as far as Sanfrecce Hiroshima are concerned for Consadole Sapporo. It's a rare clean sheet, full time here. Consadole Sapporo 0, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 0. The news just filtering through that Nagoya look like they're going to be beaten by Shonan Bellmare, and it's going to be a day that Urawa Red supporters will claim as their own, because the challenges to 3rd spot are dropping points. Mikhail Skiba didn't really see the best of his side. Mihailo Petrovic, his team potentially had the better chances, but as they discussed the handball, I think there at the end of the game, honours even here between 2 experienced coaches. And Sanfrecce, well, they'll still be in the hunt for that 3rd place, but this is a big blow. They will hope that Vissel Kobe, of course, can do them a favour and defeat Urawa Reds tomorrow. Even then, if that does occur, the gap will still be 2, with 2 games to play. Urawa Reds involved in the Asian Champions League. That muddies the waters for them a little bit, stretches their squad as well. And Consa will still have some sort of say in where third place ends, because of course they face Urawa Reds in their final home game. They will hope that they are a little better in front of goal here. I don't think that Mikael Skibbe can have too many complaints. His side haven't been good enough today. They weren't good enough against Cerezo Osaka recently as well, and 2 0-0 draws in the last 3 games. That's real disappointing situation for Sanfrecce, as they were hoping to put some pressure on Urawa Reds in that race for third place and continental qualification for next season. Yuya Asano against his former club, unable to score, but he's had such a good season, having moved away from the Hiroshima side. He can be proud of his campaign. It was a difficult one today against a very good defender in the shape of Sho Sasaki, who's got a lot of experience, the former Japanese international. Nakamura's late strike drifted wide. Konsa had more opportunities. And you can see there Kazuki Fukai, the Consadole Sapporo player, who unfortunately underwent surgery for an ACL just this week, and they are offering support to their teammate, who will obviously miss the end of the season, and I suspect the bulk of next campaign as well. We wish him well as he starts a long recovery back to full fitness, and a nice touch from the Consadole Sapporo players as they support their teammate here with messages for their number 8, who's had to sit out the final few games of the season because of that injury. But it's time for Consa to build to next season, you feel now, with the final 2 games of the campaign for the Sapporo side. We know how good they can be going forward, and they have to be better at the back. He will give them some solidity, the defensive midfielder, when he is fit. I suspect that we won't see him until the summer at least. Post-mortem is being conducted at the moment here. Let's get some post-match reaction.
すごい試合となりましたが、無失点でした。いかがでしょ
アウェーで本当に難しいゲームでしたけど、まずは自分としてはゼロに抑える仕事ができてよかったと思ってます。
特に前半、札幌の青木選手のシュートを連続で防ぐというシーンがありましたが、右手、左手、よく出たように見えました。いかがでしょう。
味方がしっかりとボールに対して寄せてくれてたのと、僕自身も攻められている難しいシーンでありましたけど、落ち着いて対応できたことが、セーブにつながったと思ってます。
終始落ち着いているように見えましたが、いかがでしたか。
この落ち着きっていうのは、自分の武器でもあると思ってますし、こうやってゲームを重ねていく上で大事になってくるところなので、そういったものが出せたのは良かったと思ってます。
今日はディフェンスライン